Okay. So when you talk about this course, this is pure functional course. Okay. Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials course. Okay. Here we are going to learn in Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials, we are going to learn the applications. Okay. Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials is the course name. In this course, we will learn applications. This is purely functional course. Okay, when you talk about courses, generally you can find functional, technical, and DBA. Here, as per our Oracle application, you can find courses like functional course, technical course, and DBA. When you talk about functional, you don't need any coding knowledge. You don't need to write any programming. Whatever Oracle is providing, how to use it, you have to understand. Take example of Facebook or WhatsApp. Those just we are using. In the same way, being a functional, in functional courses, we will understand how to use those applications. When you talk about technical, we have to create new applications or whatever required as per client, we have to create something that could be some page or it could be application or it can be related to some developments. When you talk about DBA, it's all about installation and maintenance activities and patching. It's a completely different story. It's an administration job. Okay, admin. Okay, so functional, technical, and DBA. Now in the market, you can see more demand for functional. Okay, more demand for functional. Oracle is trying to reduce the technical burden. In fact, the technical people are moving to functional. If you look at EBS or any other applications, if they want to work on the fusion applications, the best area is functional. Okay, there is more demand for functional. Oracle is trying to reduce the technical burden. Compared to previous versions, a lot of technical work they converted into functional work. And DBA. Now Oracle is not giving in Oracle Fusion when any client is going to use Oracle Fusion Cloud applications. So from outside, DBAs are not required. So Oracle is going to maintain Cloud DBA team. They will take care of DBA activities from Oracle only. That is the reason very less demand for DBAs and very less demand for technical, more demand for functional. Our course falls under functional area. Okay, our course is pure functional. In this course, what we are going to do is we are going to learn about this Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials applications. What are the applications we have as a part of financials? What purpose we can use which application? What are the features are available? If we are going to implement these applications for any company, okay, how to implement? We'll understand all the full scope of the applications, what we are going to see as a part of financials. Okay. Somebody tested as a voice is not clear. The same with everyone?
No, we are able to hear. I'm able to hear.
Okay, you are able to hear clearly. Maybe the problem from their end. Okay. I request them to disconnect and connect again. Okay, please disconnect and connect again. Please do that so that I hope that would be clear. The issue will be clear. Fine. So on this point, any questions, please? So when you talk about Oracle Fusion applications, so when you deal with the Fusion applications, the course are classified into functional, technical, and DBA. The course what we are going to opt, that is functional course. Compared to technical and DBA courses, there is more demand for functional. Any question on this point, please?
So a techno-functional person, more of technical guy, convert into functional even though he does not know more accounting
Yes.
knowledge.
a lot of background noise. Yes, I understand your question. Yes, in our course, I'm going to cover everything from the scratch. Okay, you may be other technical background or DBA background, or else you may be fresher, or else you might be coming from other ERPs. Okay, or else you don't have any experience about any course, software course. You are a fresher, you just passed out 2 years back, 3 years back. Now you are planning for this course. Yes, you can opt for this course. I'm going to cover each and everything from the scratch. And here I'm going to mention that point, who can do this course? Who can do this course? Which course? Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials Applications course. Okay. You may be from fresher, or you may be from some technical background. Maybe might be working as a technical consultant or DBA. No issues, you can do this. Technical or DBA, or you may be from other like background of coding, it's technical, and maybe from other ERP applications. Okay, irrespective of your background, okay, you may have experience, may not experience, you can choose this course. The reason I am going to cover each and everything from the scratch. And one more point is, when I talk about some education qualification, people have some concerns. So ideally, like if you have an accounting background, 100% suitable, but in the market, you can see that many people who are doing this course, and they are able to survive, whose background is technical, like BTech background and MCA background, BSc background, those educational background who has those people are doing these courses. It is very easy course. Okay, easily you can understand the things. You no need to play with accounting here. Everything system will take care. That is the reason I could see many people in the market whose background is technical and still they are working as a Oracle Financials consultants. After doing this course, you can opt for the job, okay, with the title Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials Consultant. Okay, or else simply you can call it as Oracle Fusion Financials Consultant, or you can be called as Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials Functional Consultant, or it could be Oracle Cloud Financials Consultant, or it can include Oracle Cloud Financial Functional Consultant. So with these titles, you can apply for the job. Okay, you can work as a Oracle Fusion Cloud Financial Consultant. Once you are ready with this applications, if you are good with that skill, you can apply for these jobs. Okay. So since I'm going to cover everything from the scratch, even if you don't have any background of any applications, experience or knowledge, you may be fresher. Yes, you can understand. You may be from technical background, DBA. That means if you are from some technical background or DBAs or coding, other ERP experience, that will help you. That will make you to understand what we are going to discuss, since you have some experience related to applications or the software products, etc. So these are the points we have to consider. Any questions here, please?
Hi, sir. This is Murali.
Yeah, Murali, please.
Sir, suppose if you have a person having a ERP experience more than 10 years, still can we do this, or only for like 2 years or 3 years experience guy only can do this course?
Yeah. And here one more point. Here I mentioned fresher. Anyone can do this course, but in the market, what you can see is you cannot get as a fresher jobs. Okay, you cannot get fresher jobs. You have to try with some experience. This is not my recommendation or suggestion. What happening in the market, I am suggesting. Okay, the most of the people are doing these courses and they are trying with experience, like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. They are trying the experience, like by putting in the CV, they are showcasing like I have a 3 years of experience. 4 years of experience, 5 years of experience. That's how they're applying for jobs and they are getting the jobs. And the course, whatever I am going to conduct here, that will support to crack the interviews, even if you showcase 4 or 5 or 6 years of experience. That level of knowledge I'm trying to share in these classes. And if somebody got 10 years experience on the different technologies or different applications, in those scenarios, what they can do is they may just showcase 4 or 5 years of experience on these applications. The rest they can keep as is what is their real experience. So that's how you could see in the market people are doing.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. So any other questions on these few points, please?
Yeah, hi Lakshman, I'm Srikant.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I have done my graduation in 2011.
Okay.
After that, I have worked in some hospitals and marketing jobs, and I don't have any ERP experience on that up to 2019. After 2019, I have taken one end user course like accounts and F&A. So the job in BPO Accenture in 2019 October. So now I'm working in the accountant end user job only. So how can I cover these two fusion? They may ask how much.
How people are doing, I'll tell you. Okay, I'm not suggesting anything because this is not being very seriously. I'm not giving any suggestion. What people are doing, always I'm ready to share.
Yeah, my question is
like, say you did 2011 and all, you got 10 years gap, right?
Yes.
You worked here and there. That's okay. With a similar profile, I could see few people, what they are doing is they are putting 6 years accountant experience. Okay. Accountant experience from last 4 years, they are showing as they are working as Oracle Fusion Financial Consultant by doing this sort of courses. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, they are getting that experience from consultancies. I'm not educating anyone to get experience and to do this. Happening. Okay.
But if I go with any consultants, they may ask the 16 and pay slips, everything that will any problem on that if I go that consultant?
That you can talk to them. They can help you. Solutions are available.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So the rest of questions I'll take later. Now let's jump into the actual discussions. Okay. So when you talk about this course, okay, this is the course name, Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials. In this Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials, we are going to learn the applications. You know the meaning of application. You can take Facebook as an application and WhatsApp as an application and other applications what we use very regular basis. These are the different applications. In the same way, we are going to learn about Oracle Fusion Cloud applications. You know how to use the Facebook, or you know how to use the WhatsApp, how you know the application called as how to use Instagram. These applications you know very well. Now you are going to learn about financials applications. Okay, what purpose we can use, how to use, okay, what purpose they are giving, how to deal with those applications when it comes to business. Those are all the applications, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, these all are we are using for personal purpose. When it comes to companies, how these Oracle Fusion Cloud applications can be used by companies, this is what we are going to learn in this course. Okay. And when you talk about course, this is 3 months course. Okay. The course duration is 3 months. When you talk about timings, okay, 3 months duration for 2 months. Okay. For 2 months duration, we are going to continue with the same timings. Okay. 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. IST. We are going to follow this timings, 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. IST. After 2 months, just for 1 month, we'll prepone the class timings from 8 to 6. It would be 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. IST. This is one option. Otherwise, duration is 3 months. We can run the classes 8 to 9:30 for one and a half month. After 1.5 months, we can prepone to 6 o'clock. Okay. So as of now, you can take, this would be the timings we are going to follow. Okay. And when you do this course, you will get access to instance. Okay. The software product where you do the practice, from where you learn, that we call as instance. For that, you will get full access. Okay, in the most of the scenarios, you don't get full access. They will limit the access because you can misuse that instance, or for other reasons, they will limit the access. Of course, they may like limit the access by thinking you may misuse, but that will stop you from doing many things. That is the reason we are going to give the full access to the instance. You will get full privileges to the instance. You can practice when you are working for real implementation. What level of access you get as a consultant in the project, the same access will provide to the instance. Okay, the instance what you get, that is going to be stabilized instance. You will not have issues with that instance where you do practice for 1 week, again your data will be removed. Okay, you don't find the instance with that scenario. You will get instance access which is stabilized instance. So this is all about time duration and the time, like 3 months duration, course duration, and these are the timings as per the 3 months. And instance, whatever the instance you get, you will get stabilized instance without any issues. You can practice with that instance. So any questions on this point, please? And another point. So when you are planning to do this course, we have an option. We have videos. We have recorded videos from the previous classes. If you want to complete this course on fast track, you can take these videos. One side, you can play those videos and you can practice by using the instance. Parallelly, you can attend the live classes. Or else now you can take the videos and you can play those videos and you can practice and you can join in the upcoming batch. When you go through these videos, if you have any questions, I would be available to answer. Okay, say you are attending these classes, other side you are taking the previous batch videos. Yes, you can play those videos, you can go through. By the time you attend the class, you will be comfortable with the information. Okay, in one go, you are going through that information. Again, you are going to attend the classes. That's how your classes will become very, very easy to understand. It will become second time for you going through all the points. Otherwise, you can go with any scenario. Okay, you may want to learn through videos only. Yes, you can do. After that, you can join the live classes, or parallelly you can join the live classes. I would be available to answer your queries. Okay, respond to your queries. Maybe if you are attending everyday classes, in the end of the session, we can talk about your queries based on the videos which you are going through, or else we can have a separate call and we can discuss. So this is the option is available. This can be opted by anyone who are from EBS background or any background, or who are freshers. The videos are very much detailed. By going through these videos, you can understand. I'll be available to clear your doubts. If you have any questions and all, I'll be available. This is another point which you have to understand when we are going to talk about this course. So any questions on these few basic points, please? If no questions, directly we can.
Can you clarify more on the access? So the access will be given beyond 3 months?
Okay, yeah. Course duration is 3 months. Yes. If you want, you can get instance access for 6 months. No issues. We can extend because we have to practice, right? We'll extend it, not an issue.
Sure.
Yeah. Any other questions?
What are the modules we can cover?
Yeah. We will see that. First of all, we'll understand the meaning of this. Then I'll list out the modules or applications, you can call. Okay. So, or else, okay, let me list out the modules. As a part of financials, you are going to learn the modules like applications like Oracle Fusion, General Ledger application, Oracle Fusion, accounts payable application, Oracle Fusion, accounts receivable application, Oracle Fusion, cash management 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 application, Oracle Fusion, and Oracle Fusion Fixed Assets application. Within the financials, these 5 are core applications. So primarily we focus on these 5 applications. Along with these applications, we have Oracle Fusion Tax application. I'll take you through how the tax can be calculated by using this application, and Oracle Fusion Expense application. Okay, expense application. How you can create expense reports, how you can create invoices based on that also I'll cover. Primarily, you can take these are the 5 applications as a part of core financials. Along with that, we'll touch base on these applications also. So calculating tax and creating expense reports, and how that data can be connected with this, that also we'll discuss. Along with that, if you are already aware of the terminology, I'm giving something, others can ignore it. I'm going to cover P2P, okay, cycle, and O2C cycles also. We'll do the configuration also. The inventory, purchasing, order management, we'll do our own configuration. I'll take you through P2P and O2C cycles. So this is going to be the applications coverage. Okay, who already know these application names, those people can respond on this. Others ignore it. I'm going to explain very detailed level, everything from the scratch. Any questions on this? Who knows about these applications, names, or who has experience or knowledge on this?
Lakshman, good morning.
Please, good morning.
I have one thing that I am planning for some certifications. I'm already working on Oracle EBS, but I'm planning to get certification for Oracle Fusion. So
Okay.
will you be guiding us for the
Yes.
certification also?
Yes. Here, 1 second. I'll talk about it offline.
Hi, Lakshman.
Fine. Yeah, please.
Yeah, see, what about AME, SLA?
Yeah, everything. Those are concepts, not applications.
AGS will come under in the GL, right?
Yeah,
GL.
yeah. Not see, AME, when you talk about for approval purpose,
No, I'm just.
when you talk about these applications, there are many. Those are not applications. Those are the different concepts.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll cover everything. See, my target is after completing this course, you should be able to crack the interview without any challenges. After getting into the company, you should be able to survive. This is my target. Okay, this is my target from my end. See, there are many people who are there are many people who may join this course without knowing what exactly they have to learn from this course. Okay, they might have got some information from somebody, so you can go for that so-and-so course that there is a good demand in the market. With that statement, if they are doing some course, if they are not learning what really they have to learn from the course, no use at all. By keeping the title Oracle Fusion Cloud Financial Application, I am going to teach 50%. Yes, that is a course only. You are learning the same course, but how you can utilize. Okay, to get the job and to survive, what you have to learn max. That I am going to cover in our classes. Okay. After completing this course, you can just crack interviews and you will be able to survive in the company as a financial functional consultant. So for that, what you have to learn, how you have to learn, what you have to understand, everything I am going to take care. Right? Done. Now let's focus on what is the meaning of Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials application. Okay. So what is the meaning of Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials application? We'll see that. Okay. This is the course name we are discussing. So what does it mean by Oracle? Okay, what does it mean by Oracle? When I talk about Oracle, it's very simple. It's a database. Okay, Oracle is one of the database. Oracle is one of the database. In other words, you can say this is a company name also. Company name. So Oracle came into the market with the concept called as database. Okay, with the concept called as database. What is the use of database? By using the database, you can store the data in the certain tables. Within the database, you can have tables. Okay, within this database, this is the database. Say there is one table related to suppliers. Okay, so Oracle means database. The database, you can store the data. When you're storing the data in the database, within the database, you should have a tables. To store the suppliers data, you'll have a suppliers table. To store the customers data, customers table. To store the items, item table. To store the invoices, invoice tables. To store the payments, payments table. Okay, whatever the data you want to store, accordingly, you can have a tables in the database and you can store the database. Now we all are discussing because we all know the language called as English. So in English language, we are interacting. So or else take simple example. If you want to interact with any IT person, you should know definitely one language called as English. In the same way, if you want to interact with the database, you should know the language called as SQL. Every database knows one language called as SQL. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. S stands for structured, Q stands for query, L stands for language, Structured Query Language. If you know the SQL language, you can interact with the database. You can store the data into database and you can retrieve and you can see the data which is available in the database and you can change the data which is available in the database. You can delete or you can do a lot of operations on the database. But it's a very big task for everyone. So if you want to store the data in the database, you should know the SQL language. Okay, if you want to deal with the database, you should know the SQL language. The same way for company also, it's a big, like it creates big headache. They have to hire the people who knows SQL, who knows the SQL language. They have to hire them. When they are hiring the people who knows SQL language, they have to pay accordingly. So that is the reason what Oracle did is, so without knowing SQL language also, there should be an option of storing the data in the database. For that, what Oracle did is, they created pages. Okay, they created pages. Say this is supplier page. Okay, this is supplier page. In the supplier page, they are providing the fields like supplier name. You can enter. Anyone who can read the field name called as supplier name, they can enter the supplier name. There will be another field called as supplier address. Who can read the field name called as supplier address? They can enter the supplier address in that field. So that's how they can enter the data in the pages. To enter the data in the pages, SQL language is not required. SQL language is not required. What Oracle is doing is, for supplier data, they are creating one page. The data, the page they are connecting to supplier table. Okay, they are connecting to supplier table. Now anyone can enter the supplier details in the supplier page. Once they click on save, the data will get saved in this database table. The same way, they can create another page called as invoice. Okay, invoice page. Same way, they can provide another page. Whatever the data they want to maintain, accordingly, we can have a pages. So this is how they can create one more page called as the page maybe for payments. It's very simple. Whatever the data they want to store in the database, accordingly, they are creating the pages. To store the suppliers data in the database without using SQL language, you can use this page. You can enter the data and you can submit. The data will go and store in the database. The same way for invoices, they can have separate table in the database. Okay, for invoice purpose, they can have a separate table and they can connect this invoice page with this invoice table. Invoices data will be stored in the invoice table. The same way to store the payment data, okay, they can create the separate table and they can connect. They can connect this payments data to this payment table. So that's how the solution is simplified. If these pages are not there, what we have to do? We should know the language called as SQL, and there will be separate syntax. It's a time-taking process, very expensive for the organization. We have to write syntaxes, statements, and we have to store the data, retrieving, updating, viewing. It's a big task, very expensive, time-taking, many errors. To simplify that solution, what Oracle is, they created pages. What data you want to store in the database? they created pages. You want to store suppliers data, supplier page. You want to store invoices data, invoice table, invoice page, payments data you want to store, payment page, payment table. So that's how users can enter the data in these pages. They can store the data in the database. If you want to see the data, what is available in this database, what they did is they came up with the concept called as report. Okay, they came up with the concept called as report. So this database, if they want to see all the suppliers data, the supplier table, within the supplier table, whatever the data is available, they'll fetch from the report. All the suppliers data they can see with this report. In the same way, any data you want to see, for the data, they developed reports. Now we have a database where you can store the data. How to store the data in the database? By using SQL language, but we don't know SQL language. What is the best option? This is the best option. Okay, they are providing the pages. With the help of pages, if you can read the fields, whatever available in those pages, you can save the data in the database. Okay, and what are the data is available in the database? You want to see the suppliers data. You can see the suppliers data through supplier report. You want to see the invoices data, which is available in the invoice table. You can see the data through invoice report. You want to see the payments data. You can see through payment report. That's how you can generate the reports. It's very simple. To input the data into database, we are using the pages. To see the output of the data, we are using the reports. So this pages, database and reports is all put together, we call as application. This is the meaning of application. Okay, that is the meaning of application. Application means the collection of pages and database reports we call as application. Oracle means just database. The application. Okay, here the application means that's all. That is the meaning of it. Application. Application means the pages, database, reports. Whatever we have to understand as a functional point of view, this is what you have to take. Okay. So Oracle built applications. How Oracle built applications? Oracle built applications for companies department-wise. Take example of payables department. In payables department, what they do, they maintain the suppliers, they maintain the invoices data, and they process the payments. So payables department is responsible to maintain the suppliers data and creating the invoices to which supplier how much we have to pay. Okay, this we can call as purchase invoice also. You will understand all these detail level. Okay, if you are very new to this terminology, don't worry. Okay, wait for some time. Okay, so suppliers data they have to maintain. Purchase and payables department they have to maintain the purchase invoices and they have to maintain the payments information. For purchasing payables department, okay, so they need one page called as suppliers and purchase invoices and payments. Since these pages are required for payables department, so this application, what they are creating the pages, database and reports that you can call as payables application. Okay, payables department, what are the applications they are creating to maintain the payables department data? That application you are calling as a payables application. Payables application. Who are creating this application? Oracle is creating. That is the reason you can name it as Oracle payables application. What is a fusion? What is a cloud? We'll discuss. We'll understand very soon. Now, simple point is application means the collection of pages, database, and report. That combination we are calling as a application. How the applications can be found? For every department in the organization, Oracle is creating the separate applications. Okay. If you take example of receivables department, they have to create the sales invoices and they have to create the receipts. If you talk about asset department, they have to maintain the assets. To maintain the assets, what are the pages are required, they are creating relevant reports, they are creating, they are providing database that we are calling as application. Okay, that application Oracle is developing for every department. That is the reason with the department name you can call as application. Payables application, receivables application, and asset application, purchasing application, sales application. This is how you can call. The applications are developed by whom? Oracle. So that you can call as simply Oracle payables application, Oracle receivables application. This is how you can call. Okay. When you talk about our financials, we have applications like Oracle Payables application. We'll go with the detailed actual name and short names also. For our understanding, take the name like this. Okay. So for Payables department, okay, for Payables department, whatever the application is developed by Oracle, that you can call as Oracle Payables application, because this application, Payables application, is developed by Oracle Payables. If this application is developed by IBM, we can call it as IBM Payables application. Or with any other company is going to develop the company name, they can include as a prefix. Okay. Since this Payables application is developed by Oracle for Payables department, this you can call as Oracle Payables application. The same way, whatever the application Oracle developed for Receivables department, that application you can call as Oracle Receivables department. Okay. Oracle Receivables department, whatever the application they develop, that you can call it as, for department, whatever they develop, they can say application. The Oracle Receivables application. Same way, Oracle, to maintain their bank accounts and cash related information, Oracle has developed one application called as Oracle Cash Management application, or else cash application you can call. Later we'll change the name, how exactly we have to use cash application. The same way, to maintain assets data, separate application Oracle developed, that you can call as Oracle Assets application. I'll give the complete naming convention and short names also very soon. For now, for our better understanding, you can take like this. Okay. Oracle Payables application for Payables department, or Receivables application for Receivables department, Cash application for Cash department, Asset application for Asset department. This is how Oracle is providing the applications. This is the meaning of application. Okay, any questions on this point, please? To understand the meaning of application, so we are trying to discuss these points. Okay, so pages are connected to the database. In database, there will be tables. Every page will be connected with respect to tables. The tables, whatever the data you have, if you want to see, you can use the reports. The combination of pages, database, report only we are calling as application. You take example of Facebook or WhatsApp. WhatsApp also you have a screens. Those are nothing but pages you can call screens. Through that only you can add the contacts and you can do some activities. Finally, the data will get stored in the database. And if WhatsApp team wants to generate the reports, they can generate. They are not giving access for us to generate the reports. By using the WhatsApp application, the WhatsApp team, they can generate the reports who are running this WhatsApp. They can, as a company, they can generate the reports, how many new users registered, how many users are just deleted WhatsApp, and who are stopped using WhatsApp, and many other activities. If they want to analyze, they can generate the reports based on the data which is available there in the WhatsApp database. So this is the meaning of application. Even if you take Facebook, we have pages, whatever the data you enter in that posts, you just publish, all the data will get stored in the database. And Facebook team, they can generate the reports if they want to see the data, how the people are using this Facebook and what activities they are doing, they can generate the reports. You take anything as an application, these details you can have, okay, pages and database and reports. These are the components you can see with any data, any application. Any questions on this, please?
So it was mentioned that it's a release 13. I mean,
no, don't go with that. Definitely, I'll explain the versions that we call as releases. Okay, so releases. Definitely, I'll cover that. If you want to understand, I have a separate plan, like the sequence I'll explain. If you want to understand, okay, releases, I'll talk about it in today's session. I'm taking the note since you want to understand that. I'll talk about it in the end of the session.
So one more question.
Still, we have to understand many points so that you can talk about the release, etc. Yeah.
No, one more question.
Yeah.
Are these fusion concepts are also there for other modules, right? Even the manufacturing side also?
Fusion? Yeah. These applications for many areas they're given. Now the same point I'm going to explain with the product families. The next point is going to be the same. Okay, there you can see like the solutions available where and how. Yeah. In today's session, you'll come to know like, okay, all those points, what we are talking, like where we have this fusion solution. I'm going to cover when we talk about financial, when we talk about fusion, there we'll come to know what we have as a part of fusion. Now, what you can do is, if you don't mind, whatever we are discussing, if you have any questions on that, you can raise it. What you are expecting, if that is not covered within the today's session, end of the session, we can discuss those. If it is very relevant, you can ask the question then and there, no issues. Yeah.
Hi Lakshman, you mentioned about Fusion Cloud and Fusion Financials. What is the difference of Fusion Cloud?
I will explain. Now we discussed about what is the meaning of Oracle. Now we are discussing about what is the meaning of application. After that, I'll explain what is the financials. Then I'll explain what is the fusion. Then I'll explain what is the cloud. Then you'll come to know what is exactly Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials application.
You mean both configuration part is same or different of the cloud and the fusion?
Same.
About the application, same. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any questions here to understand the meaning of application? Okay. Meaning of application means Oracle is providing separate applications for each and every department. When you talk about application, it contains pages, database, and reports. That combination of components like pages, database, reports only we are calling as application. Right? Now let's talk about what is the financials. Okay, what is the financials? So financials you call as one product family. Okay, financials you call as one product family. When you talk about Oracle application, Oracle Fusion or Oracle application, we have a different product families. We have a product families like, say, let me write product families. Product families. We have a different product families like financials is one product family. SCM, supply chain management is one product family. Procurement is one product family. CRM, customer relationship management. Okay, customer relationship management. Customer relationship management is one product family. The same way we have other product families like HCM, human capital management. Okay, human capital management, HCM, and we have PPM, project portfolio management, and we have GRC, governance, risk and complaints. This is how we have a different product families. Okay, we have a different product families from Oracle. What does it mean by product family? So when I talk about financials, what are the different departments can work together to manage the finance related activities? Those departments you can call as finance departments. What are the finance departments? Payables department, receivables department, cash department, asset department. These departments we can call as a financials department. For those finance department, what are the applications we have? Those we call as financials applications. Okay, so I'll add one more name here when you talk about financials. Oracle General Ledger application. We'll discuss more detail level. As of now, you take some basics here. So with this finance, what we can do? Here just I'm giving introduction, but detail level we'll discuss later. Okay, we have separate sessions to understand what exactly can be done within this departments or application. By using the payables application, our payables department primarily what they can do is they can create purchase invoices, they can process the payments. That is the purpose of payables department. By using Oracle payables application, you can create purchase invoices and you can process the payments. By using the receivables application or receivables department, what they can do is they can record the sales invoices and they can create the receipts. And what cash department can do, that means what we can do with the cash management, they can maintain the bank accounts. What else they can do when we are dealing with the cash application and all we'll discuss. There are cycles. Okay, in one go, we are not going to include everything. Let's say bank accounts and they do the reconciliations and all. Or else let me write it. Okay, bank statement reconciliations. What we are going to learn, I'm writing here, don't try to understand now itself. We have to learn to understand that. Okay, so just I'm giving the names. Remember the terminology, what we do in payables, purchase invoice and payments, how to create purchase invoice, what we include in the purchase invoice. We have to wait to see that. And asset department, they maintain the assets. You can call it a fixed assets. And they calculate the depreciations and all. And by using this application, you can call it as a common department. Here you can prepare the financial reports. Financial reports. So these are the financial core applications, primary applications. By using Oracle Payables application, you can create purchase invoice. That means to which supplier we have to pay how much amount. Okay, when we have to pay, how much we have to pay, all the details you can maintain in the purchase invoice. Who is the supplier, what is the supplier address, how much amount we have to pay, when we have to pay, all the details you can track in the purchase invoice. And you can make the payment by using the bank account. Okay, you can make the payments. So by using the Oracle Payables application, primarily you create purchase invoice and you will process the payments to suppliers. And by using the Oracle Receivables application, you create the sales invoice. Whenever sales activity is done, we have to record the sales invoice in the receivables. Who is the customer, what we sold, when customer has to pay, how much customer has to pay, everything we record in the sales invoice. And whenever you get the payment from the customer, you record from which customer, how much payment we received, that you record as a receipt. And cash department, or within the cash application, what we can do, we can maintain the bank accounts. Whatever the bank accounts are owned by company, all the bank accounts will maintain. And you will verify system within the system, as per our system, how many payments are processed, as per bank statement, how many payments are processed, as per our receivables, how many receipts are recorded, as per bank statement, how many receipts are reflecting in the bank statement, that you cross check. We will discuss detail level with examples. And by using the asset application, you can create assets. What are the buildings, lands, furniture, vehicles, whatever we treat as fixed assets, this all we maintain in the application. And based on the usage or time, you calculate the depreciation. What does it mean? Depreciation, fixed assets, everything will understand when you deal with that application. By using this application, you can prepare the financial reports. Okay. Here, what does it mean by financial report? If you talk about accounts payable application, here payments is related to finance, money. Payables department is dealing with the finance, okay, data. Payments, they are dealing with the money. When you talk about receivables application, receipts, they are dealing with the money only. When you talk about cash application, they are dealing with the bank accounts. Bank accounts means cash, money. When we talk about assets, this is also dealing with the fixed assets. These are not direct money, but if you have a building, you can convert. There is a liquidity. You can convert building as a cash. So possible, you can convert a building into cash, money. That is the reason this also comes under finance. So this payables department is dealing with the payments, the receivables department is dealing with the receipts, cash department dealing with the bank accounts, asset department is dealing with the assets. So these all are dealing with the money related transactions. That is the reason which applications or which departments are dealing with the money related transactions. Those applications we can call as financials applications. Okay, finance. Which applications or which departments are dealing with the money? Payables department is dealing with the payments, money only. Receivables department dealing with the receipts, customer payments, money only. Cash department dealing with the bank accounts, money, cash. Asset department dealing with the asset which can be converted into money. So that is the reason these applications all are dealing with the money. So for these all applications related data, if you want to prepare the reports, we can use this application. That means all this data will get into this application, so that since all these applications are dealing with the finance related matters, the finance related reports you can generate by using these applications. So these applications we call as financials applications. Why we grouped all these applications as one product family? This is, you can call as financials product family. Within the financials product family, we have finance related applications. These all are very relevant. These all are dealing with the money. finance. That is the reason this we are calling as finance applications. The same way, which applications or which departments are very relevant with respect to primary business process or sub process within any business, any company, those are grouped into different product families. When you talk about financials, these are the financials application, main finance application. If you talk about SCM, supply chain management, okay, there are some applications. Within the SCM, you can have application, that means department, inventory department, you can have, for that you have a Oracle inventory application. Okay. So here again, as a part of SCM, supply chain management, we have application called as Oracle purchasing application. Okay, and again here we have a other application called as Oracle orders application. Exact names I'll take you through very soon. As of now, you take this. The full name, what, or you have to take the short name, and all we'll discuss. This is how, when you talk about product family called as supply chain management, to manage your supply chain activities. Supply chain activities means, so this purchasing department will purchase, inventory department will maintain the stock, this orders department will sell to the customers, they'll ship, buying, storing, and shipping, supplying to the customers. This is a supply chain activities. Okay, so in the same way, procurement product family has certain applications. CRM product family have set of applications. HCM, human capital management, have set of applications. For example, if you take HCM, within HCM we have a different applications like.
Just a question: is procurement same as purchasing, right?
Sorry,
Procurement and purchasing same, right?
no. In procurement, purchasing is one application.
Okay.
So HCM, human capital management, within that we have applications which deals with the people. Okay, all are very relevant. People management related application, HR application, okay, payroll application, and absence, talent. There are different applications which deals with the employees. So those all we call as HCM application, human capital management. If you talk about PPM, project portfolio management, within this you can have a project costing application, project billing application, project resource management. There are many other applications. Okay. So here the PPM stands for project portfolio management. We have here project costing application. Okay. Project billing application and project contracts, project management applications, project resource management, different applications we have. These all application deals with the projects. What are the projects you do internally or for external purpose? All those project related data can be managed by using these applications. So that is the reason these applications they grouped. Okay, they group which applications or which departments are very relevant. Accordingly, the applications are grouped into relevant product family. These are the different product families. Financials is one product family. SCM is another product family. Procurement, within the procurement, we can have a set of applications. Like when you talk about procurement, within the procurement is one of the product family. Within the procurement also, you can have a Oracle Fusion purchasing. Fusion not required. Later we'll discuss once we understand the meaning of Fusion. Oracle purchasing application. Okay. Supplier Portal. Or you can call supplier, anything you can call. Supplier Portal. That means Oracle Fusion Supplier Portal. Oracle Supplier Portal application. And we have applications like Oracle sourcing application. Okay, Oracle procurement contracts. Okay, so that's how we have set of applications. Okay, these involves core procurement. Okay, core procurement. Very general procurement means just purchasing applications enough. Along with the procurement, if you have if you want to be very close contact with the suppliers, if you want to involve where to buy, negotiations, etc., quotations and all, you use sourcing application. We'll discuss once again. Now just names I am trying to introduce. You no need to learn from this. Look at the names and remember what are the product families means. If you are able to list out these names, that is enough. Later we'll understand the meaning of each and everything when we start working on the application. So this is how we have a different product families from Oracle. From these different product families, what product family we are going to learn? Financials. Okay, that is the meaning of financials. Financials is one of the product family. Okay, this is one of the product family. From Oracle, there are many product families. Out of all the product families, we are going to learn, okay, financials. We are going to learn financials. When we are going to learn these many product families we have from Oracle, what are the top and very demanding product families from Oracle in the market to get the jobs? The top product family is financials only. You can find many jobs. If you find 100 jobs for financials, and next priority goes to SCM. Okay. If you find 100 jobs for financials, SCM, you can find 50 jobs. Okay. And after SCM, you can say HCM. HCM Oracle released long back and many companies implemented, many consultants are there. Here I can say just simple analysis, maybe 30 to 40 jobs. After that, PPM. PPM. You may find 10 jobs. And procurement less opportunities. CRM very less. GRC very rare cases you see that. That's how you can find the prioritization. Okay. More jobs you can find on Oracle applications from financials only. Okay. On financials only, you can find good openings in the market always. Any company is going to implement this Oracle Fusion applications, definitely you can see financials. There may be SCM, there may not be SCM, the same way HCM, PPM, very rare, few clients will use.
Lakshman,
Okay. Yeah.
is that PPM or EPM?
PPM. EPM is different. That is a different product. PPM, okay. Project Portfolio Management. Project Portfolio Management. EPM, that is enterprise, that's different. Okay, that is enterprise performance management. That is, you know, like a high period related. Yeah, financial. Again, jobs are like this. When you are learning the course also, which is easy, which is difficult. It's very easy compared to all the courses. It is not like we are in the session and I am talking about financials as a instructor. No, not that is the reason, that is fact. You can check in the market. Very, very easy course from all the Oracle applications is financials. After financials, SCM is a little difficult and PPM is more difficult because these are more process driven. After financials, easy course, I can say HCM. But I can say it is very easy. It's a simple transaction process. And SCM, PPM, there will be different business scenarios. It's more process driven and little complex when you are implementing and when your client is using, many challenges you come across. Okay. So very easy, I can say financials. After that, easiest course, I can say HCM. I'll give second position and third goes to SCM. Fourth goes to PPM. What about other? These are somewhere. Okay, that those are not more demanding courses. Okay, so this is what. Okay, when you are working for companies, for many companies, we can see definitely financials. Along with the financials, who are using financials, mostly they use SCM and HCM applications. They may use from Oracle or from some other products, and few clients only will use PPM. Who are doing some work as a projects, they can use the PPM applications, otherwise they don't require. That data also they can manage the financials only. So who are more into a kind of project driven activities, they can use the PPM applications. Once we get into our applications, once we start working on this more will be clear and many things will be open to understand. Here, just try to understand the terminology. Whatever you can understand. If you don't understand, no worries. Remember what terminology we are using here. That's all. No issues. This is the first session. Everything is new for us. We don't know anything, if that is true. So you just try to tune it. Very soon you will get the meaning of each and everything. Slowly you will understand. So that's how it works. Any questions on this point, please? Okay. So out of these product families, we are going to learn financial. What I'm trying to say is financials is the best piece in all the product families. Huge opportunities in the market, and again it is very easy to learn, and when you are working also it's very easy because the product is like that. See, it's very simple. Here you can understand. When you deal with the payables application, what hardly they do, they record the purchase invoice, which supplier how much we have to pay. Whenever we have to pay, they pay. No business scenario, too many scenarios. There could be simple other scenarios, but it's not complex or not too much of process driven. It's simple. Invoice creation, payment. Invoice creation, payment. Any scenario you take, invoice creation, payment. That's all. Receivables, create sales invoice, and whenever you collect the payment from customer, record receipt. That's all. Now, other applications, there will be too much of process driven. Too many scenarios. Okay, in finance also we have scenarios, but it doesn't make our process very lengthy. Process is same. Create invoice, make payment. Create sales invoice, create receipt. Create asset, calculate depreciation. Maintain bank accounts, do reconciliation. General ledger, prepare reports. This is how this application, these departments' activities are very simple. We will come to know. We will come to know once we get into the application. Once we start working, we have time for that. Any questions on this point, please?
Yeah, Lakshman, you have mentioned about expense and tax. That those are comes under which family? You have not discussed about the tax.
I listed under what? Just I listed under finance. See, these are core primary. This is some finance related supporting application. I am going to cover this. You can see course. Okay, in the course curriculum, I clearly mentioned all the applications which we are going to cover, all the concepts, each and everything. If you have to understand what we are going to learn very detailed level, you can open the course curriculum document. Yeah. Hope you receive the team. Yeah, the same you can have a look. If you have any questions, yes, we can discuss on that.
Okay, thank you.
Questions here, please. Okay. So no questions. Okay. So one of the product family we are going to learn from Oracle applications. Okay, we have many Oracle applications. Those all many Oracle applications are classified into different product families based on the business process, where the departments are going to be involved and where those are well connected. Okay, accordingly, the Oracle created many product families. Out of all those product families, financials we are going to learn. Okay, so what are the top product families? Means you can say financials, SCM, HCM only. These primary you can see. After that, very few clients will use PPM. Few clients along with SCM, they may use procurement. Very few clients will go with the CRM solution or GRC, just very, very few clients. Okay, that is something like auditing and all those purpose, governance, risk and compliance. So that's how you can see the reality. Done. Now we discussed about what is the meaning of Oracle. We know what is the meaning of application, and we discussed about what does it mean by financials. Now let's talk about Fusion. Okay, let's talk about Fusion. So here, when you talk about Fusion, what does it mean by Fusion? By looking at the term, what do you understand? The English term meaning.
It's a combination of many things.
Yeah, combination, collection. What Oracle combined? Okay, combination. Here, why Oracle is using this Fusion? What Oracle combined? To understand this, we'll go through few points. Okay, we'll go through few points. Like Oracle applications, there are many applications in the market. Okay, like Oracle, there are many applications in the market. Can you tell me any other applications in the market which you are aware? If you are not aware, no issues. That is not that much important. If you are aware, tell me. Like Oracle,
SAP.
what are the applications we have?
PeopleSoft.
Yeah, PeopleSoft we have. Yes,
SAP.
SAP we have.
NetSuite.
Yeah. NetSuite we have.
JD Edwards.
JD Edwards we have. JD Edwards.
Siebel.
Yes. Siebel we have.
Hyperion.
Siebel we yes. Hyperion we have.
Born is there.
Yeah, Hyperion, Bound, many applications we have. Right? And we have Primavera. Let me take the name also. Now these are enough. Now, for example, you want to buy a car and you want to buy a mobile and you want to buy a laptop. These three you are going to buy from which brand? These three you are going to buy from which brand? Do you think there is one brand which you can choose to buy these three?
Separate brands.
Sorry?
Separate brands we have.
Why you want to go with the separate brands? There is one brand which is offering all these. Why can't you go with that?
Yeah, then we can go for it.
No. If somebody is offering, why do you go? There is a reason why you are picking from different brands. Right?
We're expert at each of those product features and all, then we can go. If one vendor is expert in all the
best, you are looking for the best, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are looking for the best. Say, for example, you are going to buy a laptop. You may pick from the Dell. If Dell is offering mobiles, you may not buy. You may buy from Samsung or Apple, right? In the same way, car also. So when you are taking any solution or when you are buying some product, you will look for the best. You never bother about what brand is that. If that is best, definitely the brand when the product is best, automatically it will create the brand, right? So that's how we'll pick. In the same way, companies also, whenever they want to use these solutions, I took the example of these product families. Okay, so these are the product families. Say I'll take simple example. One company need product families. They want to implement, they want to use the applications like financials applications they want to use, HCM applications they want to use, SCM applications they want to use, okay, and CRM applications they want to use. Take this simple example. And they want to use PPM applications also. They want these solutions. They need finance solution. They need human capital management solution. They need supply chain management solution. They need CRM solution. They need PPM solution. Now here we discussed, we need 3 items for individual purpose. You are going to choose each item from different brand. Now in the same way, these are the different software vendors who are providing these applications solutions. Now you tell me, this all you are going to take from where? And we forgot one more very important, that is Oracle also, right? So these are the different product. These are the software vendors who are offering these applications related solutions. These product family solutions are available from all these. Now tell me, from which company you are going to pick all this? Here what we did, the same you will do here. What you are going to do? Now you are running the company. You need these solutions. These are the different vendors are available in the market to provide the applications whatever required. You are going to buy, or you are going to take the subscription, or you can say you are going to take the license for these all applications from which company? Say anything. Let's discuss.
Should go with SAP or Oracle.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you say SAP, I'll say the fact In SAP, SD is good. SD solution is good. SD, which is equal to SCM. Okay. If you go with SAP, SD is good. When you talk about financials, financials is very good from Oracle only. Now, if you go with Oracle, you will get best out of all these best. You get financials from Oracle. Rest all are not great solutions from Oracle. That means from Oracle you may pick financials. SCM solution you may pick SAP, right? The same way, when you look at these products are specialized in different solutions. From Oracle side, we have financials, we have HCM also, we have, okay, SCM also, we have CRM, we have PPM, we have all we have from Oracle. The same way from SAP also, we have all these with a different names. Somewhere they change the name, mostly the same naming convention. Okay, here in SAP financials, they call as a FI, or you can say FICO, financials and controlling. FICO they call, okay, HCM they call as HCM, SCM they call as a SD, or FSCM they call, CRM only, this they call as PP, project applications. So that's how we have solutions. These all solutions are available from Oracle and SAP. If you choose all this from Oracle, you are going to get only financials, the best, the rest, not worst, not okay, not great. If you choose all these from SAP, yes, you can get all these. Out of all, you will get the best piece from Oracle, SAP is SCM. So that's how few solutions only specialized in the different products. In the same way, let's see, from Oracle, very best piece of solution is financials. And PeopleSoft, okay, PeopleSoft is best solution is HCM. From SAP, SD. Here we have in the NetSuite, we have a Fin and some other mixed, some you cannot say mixed. We have finance also there. And JDE, okay, JD Edwards, you can see some part of SCM. Okay, SCM part is good from this. And Siebel CRM is good. And Hyperion, it's very famous for budgeting and reporting. Let's take for reporting. It's a reporting tool as well as budgeting purpose also you can use. Primavera is very famous for project scheduling, PPM. So this is how these products are very much specialized in this. Do these products offers apart from this? Yes, they offers many solutions. When you talk about Oracle along with the financials, they have SCM. But when you compare SCM from Oracle, that is not a great solution when you compare with JD Edwards or something else. And in Oracle, we have a solution called as HCM, HRMS we call. That is not a great solution if you compare with PeopleSoft HCM. HCM is very famous from PeopleSoft in the market. Financials is very famous from Oracle. SCM solution is very famous from SAP. And SCM, here JD Edwards also you can find. Siebel CRM is very famous in the market. And reporting, the best tool in the market is Hyperion. And project scheduling and all, Primavera is very good. This is how we have. Now you tell me, okay, so here the cars, okay, and the mobile and all, you may say car you may pick from, okay, BMW car you may pick iPhone from Apple, okay, and laptop you may pick from Dell. Now you tell me which product you are going to pick from which company. Tell me, everything is written there. I have to read.
Yeah, financial for Oracle. HCM
okay, pick finance solution from Oracle. HCM?
PeopleSoft.
From PeopleSoft. SCM? Maybe from SAP or JDE.
Yeah.
CRM?
Siebel.
And PPM?
Primavera.
Now here, these items are, we use individual items. Okay. We don't connect car with mobile with a laptop. But when you talk about these applications, when you use for our organization, these all applications should well connected as per the company business process. How real communication takes place between the finance department and HCM department and SCM departments. and PPM, CRM departments, how the communication takes place to establish that communication in the system environment. All applications need to be connected. Now, the big challenge is if you pick different solutions from the different vendors, you have to connect all those applications. Again, you need a separate team for Oracle Financials, Oracle team, for HCM solutions, PeopleSoft team, for JD Edwards team, Siebel team, and connecting those applications is big challenge. Okay, somehow you connect it. And when we are using, there will be many challenges, all the ways it has to interact. Okay, because the person who knows Telugu and the person who knows English, if both are interacting, what communication, what content can be generated? Nothing. There won't be any progress. The same way, these applications are different applications. You can establish that communication, but there will be many challenges. So that is the reason no company prefer to choose different solutions from different vendors or different products. They may choose from 2 or max 3, but they don't go with many. When they increase the number of products for different solutions, the challenge will become, the challenges will be increased. So they get into the risk. That is the reason always they'll go with a smooth transition of using these applications. So this is a situation we have in the market. By understanding this situation, what Oracle did is, Oracle purchased PeopleSoft. PeopleSoft is a separate company, separate entity. Oracle purchased. PeopleSoft became Oracle PeopleSoft. So Oracle may be ready to buy SAP, but they are not ready. So they could not do that. So the Oracle purchased NetSuite. That is Oracle NetSuite, and JD Edwards Oracle purchased. This is Oracle JD now, and Siebel Oracle purchased. This is Oracle Siebel. Hyperion product Oracle purchased. Now this is Oracle Hyperion. Primavera Oracle purchased. This is Oracle Primavera. Not only this, there are many other applications and technologies Oracle acquired, purchased. After purchasing, what they did is, they all now completely they are Oracle products. These all are Oracle products. Oracle already so their own product, Oracle applications. So now what they did is, from their own products, if these are different company products and connecting is difficult. If these are own products, since own they can connect, Oracle can connect. If you are buying these, you don't need to connect. Now, if you are implementing, okay, these applications for your company, so these you take from Oracle. After taking all these applications, these all they taken into the title called as Fusion. Okay, they take it into Fusion. Now we call as Oracle Fusion HCM. Oracle Fusion HCM means PeopleSoft. Oracle Fusion CRM means Siebel. Oracle Fusion Hyperion means the reporting solution. Oracle Fusion PPM means PPM. Okay, these all Oracle acquired and they took under title called as Oracle Fusion. So Fusion means now here. So these solutions, okay. Financials is all like it. I can copy this. Now, does it make sense the meaning of fusion? That means they fused, they combined the best solutions from different products, different solutions, okay, different products, okay, different from different vendors, whatever they purchased, from which product, what solution is best, they selected. Okay, they created fusion applications not from the scratch by selecting. They copied financial solution from Oracle only. The HCM solution they copied from PeopleSoft, and SCM solution they copied from SCM and even from Oracle also some part they copied, and from CRM they picked from Siebel. From Siebel, whatever the product Oracle is owning now, from Siebel they picked CRM. From Primavera they picked from other Oracle projects application also they took something. So this is how whatever the products are owned by Oracle, whatever the best solutions they have, they picked the solutions and they named it as Fusion. When we are working on the Fusion applications, you don't see financials as a Oracle related, HCM as a PeopleSoft. You don't see SCM is related to JDE, CRM you don't see as CBL, PPM you don't see as a Primavera. Everything you see as a Fusion. This you see Fusion financials, whether they're taken from Oracle or which other product doesn't matter. This is Fusion financials. This is Fusion HCM. No more you call it as PeopleSoft HCM because they took the legacy, the base product from HCM, PeopleSoft only, but Oracle acquired. They can use how they want to use. They are using this in the Fusion. Okay, this you call as Fusion SCM. This you don't call it as a CBL CRM, you call it as a Fusion CRM. This you don't call it as Primavera PPM, you call it as a Fusion PPM. That's the meaning of Fusion. Okay, Fusion, when you are going to use Fusion applications for your company, think you are going to the best solutions which are available in the market because Oracle acquired. If you look at Oracle, only finance is best when you compare with other products, other vendor products. When you look at SAP, SD is very good. When you compare other solutions from SAP with one or other products, those are not great compared to other products from SAP. Our solutions may not be great, but you compare Fusion with any product or not only this, many other, always Fusion is the best because here they combine the best solutions which are available from the different products and they built ultimate product called as Fusion. That is the meaning of Fusion. Any questions on this, please?
So each application is a different language, right? The technical things are different, right? Totally.
Oracle taught the same language to all those applications after buying. They did that. Okay, they brought everything into same platform where this can be interact without any challenges. Yeah.
So including the front end, like.
Yes. Everything same. They made it for all the applications. See, Oracle Financials, the framework, the look and feel and the front end is different. HCM, PeopleSoft is different. JDE different. CBL is different. For everything, they made a very uniformed front end framework. We'll see that.
So Lakshman, sorry, one more question.
Please.
Is there any certification for this? Like after completing course, we have to go for certification from Oracle?
Yeah,
just to add on value.
It is not mandatory. So if you want to go for certification, yes, you can go for certification. For these 3 applications, certification is available. Okay.
Okay.
This application. If you need any support related to certification, yes, you will get support from us.
Got it. And yeah. So what is the demand of, this thing in the US?
Yeah, when you talk about demand, see, Oracle Fusion applications, you could see demand across the globe. Okay, you can find the opportunities in India, you can find the opportunities in US and UK and Middle East countries. There is huge demand.
Got you. And how are we gonna go with it? Like we're gonna get the practical for this, and if this is the tool, then we do have the practical.
Yeah, practical. Just we discussed. See what we discuss each and every point theoretically. We have to understand theoretically because this is a functional course. You are not learning coding and all. So theoretically, you have to understand. If you take example of payables department, what payables department does, what are the different activities they do, and what purpose they do, theoretically we'll understand how to execute the same, how to maintain the same data in the system environment. We'll do that as a transactions. Okay. So theoretically we discuss, practically we do in the system, and what we are discussing theoretically and practically, finally it should make sense for us when you are learning.
Great. And just last thing that, do we gonna get any, practice stuff just to practice by own?
Yes. See, what I'll do is each and every session we will record, and the same video will share with all the participants through Google Drive. And you can download these videos and you can keep with you permanently. Not only read-only access, you can download and you can keep with you. Now I am using the sheet for the discussions, what we are trying to understand, what is the meaning of Oracle Cloud Financials. In the same way, whatever we are going to discuss, whatever we are going to do in the system, I'll capture into this spreadsheet. The sheet also I'm going to share with you. Say you are going to work on the payables application. I will list out all the stuff, what you have to implement in the sequence. Whatever you are doing, I will write here, what steps need to be followed. This sheet also I'll share with you. That means the recorded each and every session video you will get, and this class discussion related sheet you will get. Along with that, so you will get some documents also, but those are not required. Some people always tend to get some documentation with them. So for that purpose, I'm going to provide some documentation which you can refer and you can explore more if required. But whatever I'm going to share to these classes, this is more than enough for you to gain good knowledge or to acquire good skill set from Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials that will help you to crack your interviews, and you can get into the company and you will be able to work on any type of project. That level of knowledge I'm going to share. Apart from that, yes, I'll share the documents. If you require, you can use it or else ignore it.
Perfect. And how about like, if we are going for the R13, so how about the previous versions? Like
I'll talk
if the
about it.
company
We have a
or
little bit time due to talk about it. So I'll show you directly in the instance. I'll explain about it, how you can identify how the patch conversion or latest application, latest patch application Oracle is presenting in the instance. I'll talk about it. Okay.
perfect.
Yeah,
But how about company
since you
like
mentioned, since you mentioned
Mhm.
current release is R13. In Fusion, we don't represent with version. EBS 11 and R12 we call with versions. This Fusion always will represent with the release. Now we are using release 13. This was out into the market 3 years back itself. Okay, 3 years back, and they are upgrading this with patches that we'll discuss detail level. The latest version I can say release that. That's all. The rest
okay,
is
so
very
client they
detail
don't
level.
ask,
Yeah, please.
sorry, client they don't expect R13, the candidate should know.
No, definitely this is the latest. If somebody is going to implement, the implementation would be on R13 only.
Okay, but if client is asking for like R12, then what?
I mean, if new client, definitely they'll expect R13. If the old client, say they implemented 4 years back, okay, or 3 years ago, they might have implemented on R12. If you know R13, so in R13, what you are learning, few will be missing in R12. Can you work on it?
Okay, so basically manageable, right?
Yeah, manageable. There is no big difference. Whatever
I
you don't have in R12, those few they included in 13. They added. That is only
got
difference.
perfect. Thanks, man. Thank you, Lakshman.
Thanks. Yeah. Fine. And one point is we done for today. Okay, in tomorrow session, we'll try to understand the meaning of cloud. Here we have to spend good amount of time to understand the meaning of cloud. We discussed what does it mean by Oracle, applications, meaning of financials, and meaning of fusion. But that is not the end, like understanding financials, etc. Still, we have sessions where we'll go through and understand more detail level. Tomorrow session, we'll talk about what does it mean by cloud, what are the different options are available when you are going for any project, when you are implementing or anything. So what options are available for clients and what we have to understand from that. Those all points we'll discuss in the tomorrow session. The entire course I'm going to cover from the scratch. If you don't know what is the meaning of software or IT, this and that, if you know the basic English, as from my side, that is okay. If you can understand more than that, if you can speak. If you have a challenge in speaking English, don't do this course. It's all about wasting your time. If you are able to understand these classes, no use. If you are able to speak in English without any mistakes, that is a basic qualification which we require. Okay. If you are not comfortable with English, don't do this course.
Why is that, Lakshman?
Sorry?
Why is that?
What you can do after learning this, where you can speak about it. You will go and join in some company somehow, and can you interact with HR? Can you interact with the team member? Can you interact with the client?
Oh, like that. Lakshman, sorry, I joined a few minutes later, so I don't know how long this course gonna be, and
Yeah.
What is the length of like
Here
that?
here I given those notes. The duration would be 3 months. Okay, the 3-month schedules we are splitting like this. 2 months will run the classes from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. IST. And rest of 1 month duration will go with this time schedule, 6 a.m. to 7:30. And
Every day?
this access
Like Monday
for your practice. Sorry?
So it's Monday to Friday?
Yeah, exactly. That's very important point. Monday to Friday.
Wow. So you mean it's a lot of time, right? 3 months for 5 days is a lot of time.
Yeah, we have to understand many things. See, yeah, I can complete this course in 1 week also. What you will do with that?
Yeah, that I agreed with you. But
that is important for me, first of all. See, it's not like putting some title and gathering and completing as soon as possible. That is not a great thing. What you need, I know that. So I should respect.
Yeah, it's true. So what is a sorry, Lakshman, last thing, like what do you expect from a candidate like me? For example, do I have a IT knowledge? Do I have a finance knowledge?
Not required. Okay. You should be able to speak in English.
But I should have
just
knowledge or no? Because I
and one more point. One point here. I mentioned a fresher. You just completed your bachelor degree, and if you are planning to do this course, I don't suggest, because there are no fresher opportunity. Here I mentioned fresher like you completed your bachelor degree at least 2 to 3 years back. That I am treating as a fresher. Means you didn't do anything. Okay. So in the such scenarios, what people can do is they are doing this sort of courses, if not these other courses, they are putting some experience, they are claiming some experience, and they're trying for job by saying, I have 2 years experience, 3 years experience. Whether you have or not, and you go for interview, if they are happy, they will take you. That's what happening. So fresher means not fresher who just passed out their bachelor degree this year or previous year. I don't recommend just 1 year back or this year completed candidates to do this course. Okay. So at least 2-3 years back, say you complete your bachelor degree, then you can do this course if you are okay with English. Not understanding, speaking. It's very important. Very, very important. You are doing functional course. Okay. English is speaking is required. Technical DBA, if you know the words enough, okay, you may survive. But here you know the sentences properly when you speak.
Yeah, but Lakshman, you don't think that a person should know some basics about finance, like how
if you highlight that point, totally agree. But reality, the product itself designed to manage the financial related transactions. Say I'll go and create one invoice in the payables, as I mentioned here. Okay. By closing your eyes, you can create purchase invoice. It will create accounting. You no need to know which account you have to move to debit, which account you have to move to credit, this and that. You don't need to play that accounting game. But if you are aware, okay. Otherwise, that's what I shared my experience also, what reality in the market. There are many people whose background is BTech, they are working as a financial consultants. Okay. Because they are okay with the product. How product behave, how it works, everything they know. In front of that, the accounting and all, we are not going to enter, and we are not going to get white paper to write accounting for business transactions. We are going to get application where application can be automated with accounting. So that is the reason, even if you are not from accounting background, that won't become any challenge. I have many proofs where many people are working. Otherwise, I'm not suggesting without any blank background.
Right.
I'm just sharing the experience. I'm telling the reality. There are many people whose background is pure technical. They are able to work.
Oh, not for the general ledger as well? Because general ledger, you need to know which entry where it goes, stuff like that.
No, general ledger, frankly speaking, we don't record the transactions. Okay. All the data from all these applications, data will go to this application. Here we'll prepare the financial reports.
Okay.
See, you purchase something. Where do you record?
Yeah, payables.
Payables. What you purchased and all, whom you have to pay, you record here, you will pay. Okay. Or else you record in the purchasing department, purchasing application. You sold something to some customer. Which customer has to pay? Here you will record. Each and everything, whatever the business activities we do, not 99%, 100% we record in these applications only. This
Yes.
is to collect the data from all the applications to prepare the reports. It will collect whatever the invoices, payments we have in the payables, it will collect into general ledger. Whatever the data we have as per receivables, it will collect here. Whatever the data we have as per cash application, it will collect. Whatever the assets, everything will send to general ledger. Here we get all the data into one place. Here, all the application data would be available. You can prepare the reports. Okay.
Right. Okay, yeah. So they made it like that way.
Yes. This is not meant for recording the transactions. Here you can use for other purposes that all will discuss, but real business transaction takes place in these applications, real department specific applications.
Right. Perfect. Lakshman, do you mind asking like what is the fees over here, or I can discuss somewhere else?
Yeah, that you can talk to the team. Okay, you got meeting link in the sense you are in touch with somebody, right? From the team.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can talk to them, they can help you on it.
Perfect. Thank you.
One last question.
Please.
So let us say end of first month, how much will you be able to complete? Like I'm looking for GL and AP. Is it possible?
In the sequence. Okay, if you want to understand the sequence is going to be like this. The first,
I think I saw the
first application we are going to pick accounts payables, AP. Okay. For AP, we'll move on to P2P cycle. After P2P cycle, you can go on mute. Some noise. Account receivables, then cash management, cash application. There is noise.
Yeah, please go to mute, buddy.
I'm going to do that. Okay, mute all. So this is a sequence. Okay, first AP, accounts payable application, then we'll work on P2P cycle, then we'll move on to AR application, then we'll work on O2C cycle, then we'll work on cash management, then we'll move on to fixed assets, then finally we'll move on to GL. Once we're done with that, or along with other applications, the tax application and expense application also will cover. Okay, you can see once you subscribe this course, this batch, you will get previous batch, all the videos, complete videos. You can play and you can practice in your free time. You don't need to wait to attend and to know and to practice from the current batch only. Parallelly, you can attend. Okay, in one way you can go through the videos and you can start practicing from your end. Other side, you can attend the live classes to clear your queries or doubts. That's how you can plan. Once you subscribe this course, I will share complete previous batch videos and you'll start getting the current batch videos one by one. This is going to be the sequence. Any questions, please?
So this is
aware of these short names, ignore it. I mentioned this for the guys who knows the names or who are from EBS background or some other applications which are very relevant. This is the point. Others ignore it. Who doesn't know the meaning of this, ignore it, not required as of now. Please.
Sir, we need an...
I have one question, sir. Being a consultant, what are the roles and responsibilities? Is that only implementation the project or any other responsibilities also there?
Okay, now see, now I can explain. But you don't find the colors of the content what I'm explaining, right? So we don't know as of now anything. Okay. But still, if you want to understand, I'll just light on that. But don't take it as serious as of now, because you don't know how to deal with this application, how you can use this application. Don't try to understand. See, being a consultant, we have to take the, again, there will be projects like implementation projects. Okay. Support projects. And upgradation projects. This is how we can find the different projects. If you are working for implementation project, okay, you take the requirement, how they want to implement the Fusion application, finance applications. Accordingly, we set up the system and we will help them how to use it. In the simple way I'm telling, I'll explain how the implementation process goes. Okay, what we have to do. If you know the product, you can understand all this. Otherwise, this doesn't make any sense. Okay, if you are working for implementation project, We have to take the requirement from the client. Accordingly, you have to implement the applications. I can say in simple way. If you are working for support project, when they are using these applications, if they have some issues, we have to help them. If you are working for upgradation project, they'll upgrade from one release to another release. Any technical challenges or any other challenges, with the help of technical team and the DBA team, we have to upgrade the application releases from current to latest or previous to latest. If I explain more than this is unnecessary. We don't know what is the meaning of it as of now. That is the reason you need to get into this. So if you want to work as a Oracle Fusion Cloud Financial Consultant, you have to learn this Fusion for Cloud Financials application. That's what I can say now. If you know this, anything you can do with this. You can work on implementation project, support project, so and so. That's it.
Sir, Lakshman, sir.
Mr. Lakshman, I have a doubt
Please,
here.
please.
There is a reporting tool in Oracle, it seems, which is recently developed. So will you be going over it, or
What is that? What is
course?
that? We have many tools, technical tools, functional tools. We have. Which tool you are referring?
Reporting?
Yes, reporting only. Within the reporting only, we have different tools. See, we have a tool called BI. That is a purely technical. Technical people talk about the BI reports. We have OTBA. With that, yes, I'm going to cover how to prepare the reports by using the OTBA, Oracle Transactional Business Intelligence. No coding programming is required. And we have other tools called as Hyperion Finance Report, HFR or
Exactly.
FRS.
Yeah, I'm asking about the Hyperion.
Yeah, we are going to cover that. Definitely. That is very important for us. Okay. Along with that, Smart View, Account Inspector, Account Monitor, those also have to cover.
Okay, and we'll have the hands-on experience.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely. See, it's not like theoretically discussing. We have to do. Otherwise, how we can work for the clients. I'll explain what does it mean by using that tool, how to create the reports. In the class itself, we'll do and we'll execute and we'll see results also. For everything, results definitely we have to see. That is the target.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, fine. Any other questions?
Yeah, Lakshman, like what is the weightage, if you can, put it like here as a technical and non-technical part?
Okay. See, if you talk about, EBS, previous product, Oracle product.
No.
No, sorry, no issues. Now, simple point, there are many people who are technical consultants. They are moving to Fusion Functional. Could be finance or SCM, HCM, their choice. They are moving. That means you can understand for technical, there is a less scope. In tomorrow's session, there is a very key point which will help us to understand how much is the technical scope in the Fusion applications. Okay. So on that, to understand, we will discuss about cloud. There will come to know why less technical scope in the Fusion. Okay. Why more technical scope in the previous versions of EBS applications, we can understand. But simple point is technical scope is very less. If you see 100 functional consultants, I'm not talking about finance or SCM or HCM or PPM. I'm not highlighting anyone. Any functional, if 100 functional consultants are there who are working on the Fusion applications, hardly you may not need more than 5 or 6 technical consultants. That is a scope. Okay. If 100 technical consultants are required, 100 functional consultants are required, it may be finance or SCM, HCM, hardly we need 5 or 6. Or if it's very, very complex implementation, maybe max it can go up to 10. That is the scope for technical. Not only in Oracle, you look at any applications in the market, everybody is trying to reduce the technical burden. They are trying to convert technical things into functional, where everyone can manage. Here we discuss simple point. If you want to store the data in the database, SQL knowledge is required. What Oracle did? They simplified the solution by creating the application. Now everyone can store the data in the database. In the same way, what are the technical things are there as a part of every project, the technical stuff they are trying to convert to functional. Okay, technical scope is very less. And in tomorrow's session, we'll talk about cloud. There I will address what scope we have for technical, for what purpose we need technical, where we don't need technical consultants. Even earlier, there was need. With those all points, I'll explain in the tomorrow session. Is it fine for you?
Okay, yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Great. But simple line is very less scope for technical and DBAs, database administrators. More demand and scope for functional. It could be finance or SCM, procurement, CRM, HCM, PPM, GRC, or something else. And again, we discussed many job opportunities across the globe you can find on financials. Say with 4 years, the people who are working on financials, they are getting close to 10 lakhs, 8, 9, 10 lakhs. Who are working with 7, 8 years experience, they are getting 20 plus. Who are working with a 10 plus, they are getting 30 plus. Who are working in US, they are getting in Indian currency 10 lakhs per month. So that is the scope you have when it comes to commercials.
Okay. So my question was, I think.
Yeah, no problem. You can, if you don't mind, repeat it if it is different.
Yeah. My question was like basically in our course, what is the weightage of a person should have a technical knowledge and non-technical knowledge?
Okay. When we are working on functional side, you don't need technical knowledge. If you know basics of SQL, that is enough.
Okay.
Nothing else is required. What you need being a functional consultant, that I am going to cover in the classes.
Okay.
So go through the classes. You can apply for the job as a Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials Consultant.
Oracle Fusion Cloud Finance.
Here I given the title. You can opt whatever you like. You can select. All are same.
Okay.
Okay.
So what is the difference here, Lakshman, if I can ask?
What difference?
What is the difference of these four? And
No,
which
all are same. You can call with this.
Oh.
Okay.
Got it.
US, you can call as USA, you can call as United States. Right?
Okay, got it.
That's all. That is the difference here.
Gotcha.
Lakshman, I have a question.
Please.
Yeah. So in EBS we have SLA, right? So the same thing is in Fusion, and
in Fusion we have, and we are going to cover SLA also. I just mentioned in the course curriculum. We have that. See, what is the purpose of SLA? To create accounting entries, right?
Yes.
When you create invoice, when you create payment, accounting entries need to be generated. That can be done with the help of SLA only. Yes, SLA we have in the Fusion, and we will have one separate class on SLA also, because we should understand that how it is. Even Oracle is providing seeded. If you want to modify as per business requirement, you should aware how to modify. For that, I am going to take one session on that.
Okay. And one more thing is up to my knowledge, the instances will be refreshed 1 week or 15 days, right? So what is the instance which you are going to give? Is refreshable?
I am not giving such kind of instance. I am going to give stabilized instance. It won't get refreshed months also.
Okay. So if once we complete our course and if we want to practice the instance in any instance, like if time is not there or we are into EBS only, then if you want the stabilizer instances, you can provide or
6 months access we will give you. 3 months is course duration. If you want us to extend, we'll extend 3 more months. Say now you are doing this course and somehow you could not get time to practice. After some time, if you need instance, no issues. We both can understand and can share.
Oh,
sorry, what is instance?
Sorry?
What is instance?
The environment where we can find all these applications. Software.
Oh, okay. For the practice.
Yeah. So these all applications will be inside of the instance only. There is software package.
Okay, so this is the real thing that we're gonna go. I mean, this is the real thing.
100% real thing.
Okay, this is exactly, a person will use this.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
The same. The name will be different. Okay, here what we use and there what we use, name will be different. Everything is same.
Okay, insides everything is same.
Inside is same. Okay. Now what we use for that instance, there will be one URL. For your client, there will be different URL. Inside everything is same.
Okay, perfect.
Done.
Yeah, Lakshman sir, you will also be covering some SCM part like creation of purchase order and
Yeah. That's what I mentioned, like P2P or P2C. Ideally not required, because the people who are going to try for the job with the 3, 4, 5 years of experience, you think like 3, 4 years guys should aware of some other stuff also, right? So
right.
I'm going to cover that.
Okay.
We'll see how to set up inventory, how to set up PO purchasing application, how to create the requisitions, how to create the purchase orders through manual process, how to create automatically, how to create invoice with the PO, how to create invoice with the receipt. Okay. O2C cycle, how to create the sales orders, how to book quick release ship confirmation, how to create auto invoice in the receivables. Everything we are going to do in our own environment. I am not going to take sample data. Okay. The real time, when you work for any client, you have to do everything from the scratch. That's how we are going to run the classes. Okay. Just this is the training. This is how it would be. That is how that would be. I'm not going to play the game in that way. Reality, how we do that need to be executed. It may be difficult, but we have to see that, then only that would be the complete learning for you. Otherwise, here you will see, there also you have to see. If you see, nothing will happen. You have to do there, right? That is the reason you have to learn everything from the scratch. So I'm going to cover everything from scratch. I'm not going to use any sample data. I'm not going to depend on something. In fresh instance, when we are working for a client, from where we start, what is the sequence, what to do, how to do, everything we are going to cover in our classes.
Okay, right, sir.
Yeah, right.
Lakshman, one question. Like we have some FBDI concepts also, right, in on Fusion. So
yes,
that will also be covering.
Yes. FPDI we have to cover. Otherwise, how you
not
can
FBDI, like loading the items from file-based data.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. FBDI, file-based data import.
Yeah.
Okay. With that only, when we do the implementation as a part of data conversion, we have to move all the suppliers, customers, master data, and transactional data into Fusion by using FBDI templates only.
Okay.
I'll take you through detail level. We'll execute up to result.
Those will come into technical, right? So
functional only.
Functional
in EBS technical. EBS, we collect the data from the client. Okay, right? We prepare templates in EBS and we collect the data. That template will give it to the technical team. They will create CSV files. They'll create the staging tables. They'll load it with the programming. They write validations with the programming and they populate in the interface. But here, everything is Oracle converted to functional. We can do it. It's very easy. We are going to do in our classes.
Okay, so in Fusion, it means like even conversions and integrations also functional will.
We don't need technical consultant. See, every EBS implementation, very important technical aspect is conversions in implementation, right?
Correct.
We definitely need technical consultant for conversions.
Yes.
But here not required. See how big difference they made.
Okay, so they totally eliminated the technical guys.
Yes, max, not totally. I can't say you want to develop some BA report, business intelligence publisher report.
Okay.
Technical people is required. Okay, or else you want to do the integrations. Some third-party application you want to integrate with Fusion. You need technical consultant.
Got it.
Okay, very limited. If required, they need. Otherwise, not required. See the point.
Got it.
So anyway, they don't need. We can handle in EBS. In every project, we need technical consultant 100% at least to do the conversions.
Right. I agree.
We are not required. Yes.
Yeah. And also you will be teaching this BA reports parts also.
BA
report part, like how can we like.
I'm going to take you through OTBA, Oracle Transaction Business Intelligence, how to prepare, and FRS, Financial Reporting Studio, reports preparation through Hyperion. So these I'm going to cover. BA is pure technical.
Okay.
Okay. BA is related to pure technical. Even being a functional consultant, if you say you don't know BA, no issues. That is not your job. But I'll take you through that page and how to write SQL queries within that and all. If you are aware of BA report development in the EBS and all, you will be able to utilize that skill here.
Okay.
I'll take you through how to write the SQL queries, etc. in the cloud. That will help you to develop create the reports if you are aware of it. Otherwise, ignore it. No issues. That is not our job.
Okay. Good.
Fine.
Is the fee, Lakshman?
Please. Any questions from anyone, please?
What is the fee, Lakshman?
Fee, you can talk to the team.
Okay.
Yeah, please. Any questions?
So for functional consultant, like what is the weightage of SQL queries? Like, SQL queries a person should know.
No, you can spend 1 or 2 hours. Okay.
Okay, so some basic queries, right?
Yeah, basic queries. Select, okay, with where condition and all. In YouTube,
Oh.
you find any video, or else if required, 1 or 2 videos we will also share. But you can see in the YouTube, like the basic Oracle SQL queries you can type.
Right. So it should be selected.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Even I'll 1 or 2 queries, even I'll write in the class also.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that. So any other questions? Right, no questions. We'll connect tomorrow same time, sharp 8 o'clock. We'll run the session tomorrow 8 to 9:30. Today we reached 10 o'clock for IST. So since the first session we have questions and all, we spent, if required we'll spend more time. Like anyway, I'll stop the session by 9:30 tomorrow. If any questions, they can stay back and we can discuss. That's how we can plan. So the core session we will have from 8 to 9:30 tomorrow. Okay, if no questions, we can wind up. If any questions, please. Any sort of questions, any kind of doubt, query you have, please ask me. We can discuss related to this course. You may think the question doesn't make sense. No issues, we can discuss. If you want to understand something.
Yeah, in this point, like I have a question in my mind, like why a person should go for the Oracle only? Like, there is a different tools here.
Yeah.
That, companies
see, this Oracle is ERP package. It is not like, see, when you talk about tools and all, tools comes into market today and goes by tomorrow. Okay. Say you developed one wonderful tool. Okay. By spending 1 year time and be a good team work. And by referring that, I can develop one more tool maybe within 2 years. So that's how there will be huge competition for tools. Always we have to upgrade. But when you talk about this ERP applications like Oracle Fusion and SAP or some other ERP applications, it's not like a 1 week or 1 month or 1 year effort and solution designing development, years and years. Okay. For every company, this product is required. Who are running the business to manage their financial information, supply chain information, and HCM information, every company need it. So these are the stabilized solutions in the market always. These were there in future. These are there now. These will be in the future. If you are opting tool, we don't know what is the lifetime for that tool. Maybe 1 year or 5 years or 10 years. We don't know. So that is the reason you have to choose which is strong and which will ensure your, kind of career support or whatever you call for long period.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. These are not simple things. That is the reason you can choose. Any questions?
Not from me, Lakshman, but I'll thank you so much for class.
Thank you. Thanks for attending. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions from anyone, please?
Lakshman, you said previous batch videos you are providing in that session. It's there in the real-time class videos.
Sorry?
Real-time class videos like kickoff meetings, ERP, like that, how to implement the project, everything in showing the.
Yes. Definitely. That we will cover in this batch. Okay. Already we are running other 2 batches. In those batches onwards only we started including that, because there are people who are not aware of implementations and all.
Yeah.
We are going to include, even in this batch also will include how the implementation process can be executed, what are the activities we do, how the support process can be executed, what
Yes, yes.
team members, what is the roles and responsibilities of those, what are the typical documents we prepare, how we can call them. Okay, if you use some methodology like AIM or OEM, what will
Yes,
be
yes.
convention? These are all would be good information when you attend interviews. Yes, I will include that. We'll include that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Lakshman, I have a question.
Please.
Yeah, in EBS, for any development like report development or like this, we will be going to prepare some documents, right? So how can we coordinate with the technical team, like for the BA publisher team or like that? In future, how?
Same. See, the environment is going to be different. Activity is same. Say in EBS, you want to prepare one report, say custom report. Okay. Yeah. What you will do, you'll take the requirement from the client. Okay. What are the parameters are required? What are the columns are required? What calculations required in the report? Okay. You will prepare the functional spec, functional specification document, right? What is the purpose of this report? In which application? This data need to be fetched based on which conditions? This is all you will describe. That will share to the technical team. In Fusion, they will develop the report by using the BA publisher. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Same as EBS. See, the environment is going to be changed. The approach is same. You want to develop one page as per EBS some form, right? So you take the requirement from the client. Okay. What is the purpose of the form? What data they want to capture? Okay, what is the dependency, what this and that to manage the data within that? We'll capture that. We'll talk to the technical team. Accordingly, they'll create the database tables and they develop that page. And as a functional consultant, we test it. If everything is okay, what we'll do, we'll present to the client. If that is okay for client, the technical people will deploy. Right?
Yes, sir. And what about the customizations? Do we have any option for customizations or not?
Yeah, answer is yes and no. That we'll understand in the tomorrow session. That comes as a part of cloud. What you are choosing from Oracle as a cloud option, accordingly, customizations are possible and not possible. That we'll discuss in the tomorrow session. When customizations can be done, when we cannot do the customizations in case of Fusion, we will discuss and understand in the tomorrow session as a part of cloud term. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Right. Any other questions from anyone, please? Great. Seems to no questions. That's all for today. We'll connect tomorrow, same time, sharp 8 a.m. IST. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you all. Bye.
Thanks.